welcome back to another video of the channel. My name is Julio. Thanks for tuning in. Before we get started, like, subscribe, hit the notification button, and let's get down to business. So today we're going to be talking about BFD again, but this time it's going to be with static routes. But before we get into the lab, let's get inside the details. So Cisco BFD stands for Bidirectional Forwarding Detection and is a network protocol used to rapidly detect failures in a forwarding path between two adjacent routers, allowing for faster network convergence by quickly identifying connectivity issues between devices. Essentially, it's a mechanism to quickly discover when a link or device on the network is down, regardless of the underlying routing protocol or media type being used. So let's talk about the key points about Cisco BFD. Fast failure detection. BFD uses a hello packet exchange to quickly identify link failures, resulting in significantly faster detection compared to standard routing protocol mechanisms. Protocol agnostic. BFD can be used with various routing protocols like OSPF, BGP, and ISIS, providing consistent failure detection across different network layers. Low overhead. BFD is designed to have a minimal impact on network performance due to its lightweight hello packets. All right, so let me break it down to you. The first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna configure the branch router. The only interface we're gonna enable the BFD is gonna be Ethernet 0/0, and we're also gonna configure a static route pointing to the 192.168.255.1/32, which resides on the central router that you will see in a couple of seconds here. And now on the central router, we're going to configure Ethernet 0/0 with BFD. And we're also going to do a static route pointing to the 192.168.255.2/32, which resides on the branch router. So here's the configuration we're going to be injecting on both routers. And as you can see, Ethernet 0/0 is the one who's going to have the BFD enabled. Static routing is going to be configured as well. And also we're going to configure a floating route so we can reach the loopback from each side using the secondary link. So now that I have explained a little bit about BFD, let's get inside in CML and let's get started with the lab. Let's get it, guys. All right, so we're inside CML now. We're gonna start configuring the branch router, and afterwards we're gonna jump into the central router and configure that as well. Let's get started. All right, so here's a tip. Every time you do the IP route static BFD, pointing out to an interface and then the next hop, the IP route that you're gonna configure to reach a destination pointing to the next hop, you gotta put the Ethernet 0/0 as well. If you don't, the BFD is not gonna form any neighbor relationship and consequently, it's gonna stay down. All right, let's log into the central router and let's get started with the configuration as well. All right, so now you're gonna see the IP route within a 192.168.255.2 pointing out to Ethernet 0/0 to the next hop 192.168.1.2. You're gonna see the BFD is gonna come up afterwards. All right, so this is the command that you have to put if you want to verify the state of the BFD. It's going to be show BFD neighbors. And as you can see, the state is up. All right, let's do a show IP route and let's verify the static route. And as you can see, the static route 192.168.255.2 is pointing out to 192.168.1.2, which is my next hop. And as you can see, the ping was successful. All right, so I'm gonna provoke a failover now. I'm gonna do a stop to the traffic running through Ethernet 0/0, and you're gonna see at the routing table that it's gonna change the 192.168.255.2. It's gonna now point to 192.168.2.2. All right, let's do a ping test now to the 192.168.255.2 again, and you're gonna see that it's gonna respond using that secondary link. And as you can see, the ping was successful. Now let's go to the branch router and let's do a show IP route. And since the BFD is down, you're gonna see that the 192.168.255.1, which resides on the central router, is gonna point out to the next hop 192.168.2.1, which is our secondary link. And as you can see, the ping was successful. All right, so let's go back to Ethernet 0/0 and let's enable the traffic to pass through again. And as you can see, BFD came up again. So that means that the destination networks from both sides are now reachable using the primary link. And as you can see, the ping was successful. All right, so this is gonna be the end of the lab. I hope you enjoyed the content. If you did, please give it a like. And as always, this is Julio. I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.